What's going on, y'all? This is Rob with CinemaBullyZ. Today I'm going to talk about something that people don't like to talk about, even though they see it all the time on every bully platform there is, and at some of these dog shows. And, you got all these big name, so-called top producing studs that have who knows how many litters on the ground, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100. And out of all these litters, you see 10 hot studs and nice females. What about the other, 50 to 100 dogs that are off of these litters that these so-called top studs are producing? I'll tell you where they are. They are in pet homes. They are not seen. They are not spoken about. Some of them are dead. Some of them have defects. And that's just the raw truth of it all. Not saying that some studs can produce consistently. It all comes down to the female as well. I mean, it's more so the female's genetics rather than the studs. I think most people agree on that part. But, everyone's so quick to use these hype dogs. And then you see some of these productions that people post saying, oh, I got a dog off of that. And the dog got a long back, high rear, messed up feet, crappy head shape, underbites, defects, the whole nine. So I understand that, things happen. I get that. But if your stud or female or whatever the case is consistently producing flawed up dogs, that is not a top producing stud or female. Period. I mean, I would consider, a top producing stud or female to, at least have 2 puppies. I can't say 2. We'll say, I don't know, say 40, 50%, so half the litter is quality dogs. Not saying they got to be, ABKC champions or grand champions, but quality dogs with no issues. My goal as a, bully enthusiast and hobbyist, because I don't think I'm a breeder, but I do enjoy dealing with the dogs. I enjoy having litters. I enjoy raising the dogs. My goal, personally, is to have that 50% possible champ or grand champions off of every litter that I have. That is my goal. I haven't achieved it yet. But I can tell you, off of the 4 litters I've had that were mine, I had... my second litter had 2 female champions. And then I could have had a male champion, but he was at a pet home and he was fixed. But he is a show quality dog. Probably could have champed out in the classic male class because he was on the, he lacked the bone, but he had a killer head and very good movement. And he's a very good looking dog. And then, Power Play Bully's Mimic, which I co-owned at the time. She has a couple champions off of her 2 litters that she's had. Off the first litter she had. Second litter, they're still puppies. So they haven't really had a chance to champ yet, because they have not been at shows that I know of, or been at that many shows yet. But they are still under a year old. So it's hard to say what's going to come off of that litter. Now, then I also have, my female Colada, which is no near a perfect dog at all. That was my first dog I ever had. She gave me 3 litters. First litter was all pet homes. Second litter had 2 champion females, possible champion male that wasn't shown. Then her third litter had all perfect dogs in it. Well, not perfect, but dogs that I would consider, show ring contenders. 2 females are being shown. I own one, and my buddy Matt Zimmerman owns one. They are both show dogs. They are both eventually will champ out. They are clean, correct, slightly flawed, and the only thing I say slightly in is, for me, it's the rear, but I critique my dogs, very seriously. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I can tell you whatever's wrong with my dogs and what I'm trying to do to make it better. Because that's the whole name of the game. Trying to make it better. Make your dogs better. Produce better dogs. Because your dogs are an image of yourself and an image of your program. So it's important to take it, as serious as you can without getting, the money blinders on and just thinking that's all about making money. So you can't say that, these big name dogs are top producers and, these bitches that are real nice are top producing females, because almost all of them aren't. There are a select few that can throw, their asses off, and they can throw nice dogs consistently. But you got to remember, a female is only going to be a, badass producing female for 3 litters. That's it. Possibly 4. If some breeders take it to the extent that they do 4. And that's if the female has, healed correctly, doesn't have bad scarring, and she's still healthy and, younger. So that being said, I've said this before. Break down dogs' pedigrees, see what's in there, look at all the dogs that are in the pedigree, all the way back, until you get to where it first started, when the dogs look more terrier. And that's where, you want to pick and figure out what characteristics you want and what you don't want and what you want to stay away from, or even if it's a good idea to breed the dog. I mean, it all depends. It takes years to do this. People that think they're going to just jump in this and then make thousands of dollars and, act like they're, one of these top producing guys. It's not going to happen. I'm nowhere near a top producing person. I know what I'm doing, but I've only have 4 years vested in this. I've been in this since 2018. I got my first dogs in 2017. So I'm still new, but I've been in dogs since I was a little kid with the American Pit Bull Terriers. So, I was in that since I was 7 with my father. I grew up around them. He had 15 of them. So, I was around all that stuff, but that's a whole nother story. So, that being said, look at the dogs, look at what they're throwing. I know what both my males throw. Both my males seem to be throwing a consistent look, and they are also inbred, line-bred dogs. So, therefore, like I've said in other videos, inbred, line-bred dogs throw more true to what you want in your dogs. So, that's important. Pay attention. Stop just scatter breeding just because you want to try to make yourself, one of these top producing people, or, think that you're going to make tons of money. It's not the way to go about it. So, I hope this helps you guys out. Pay attention. Look at what people post. See what dogs are off of what dogs, because then you get an idea. Look at the mother that it was bred to, because it could not be, it might not be, the male. It could be the female that, they sold the stud credit to, that just wasn't up to par to that stud, which gave that the result of, what it is. But then look at dogs that are at another high quality dog, or has a high quality pedigree, bred to a, you know, grand champion stud, and see what comes of that. Because I've seen grand champion studs and champion studs get bred to good females and still not produce well. So therefore, they're not producers. It just is what it is. So pay attention. And like I said, I hope this helped you guys out. And let me know if there's anything else you guys want me to talk about. Drop it in the comments below, or hit me up on Facebook, or next dog show, come and talk to me. And if you have any questions, you know, I'll answer them right there, or I'll make another video. All right, take care, guys. Later.